Let's talk air conditioning. If you just turn this air conditioning on without being plugged in or without the van running and just have it on full blast, it will only last a few hours. This van came with 400 amp hours of capacity, battery capacity, which in full sunlight during the day will run the air conditioning for 3 hours. There is ways to get better use out of it, and I'm going to walk you through some of those. Let's just start off with, first of all, overall operation. We're in the BMO Pro screen. I hit the home screen to get you here, which is this corner. If you're ever in a different screen, hit the home screen. Climate. Toggle it on and off there. Now you've heard it kick on. If it doesn't kick on, come down here and make sure Combi Master is on. Right now it's on. If we toggle that Combi Master off, the air conditioning just shut off. If we toggle it back on, now the microwave kicked on and the air conditioning will kick back on. So, keys. It's 89 degrees in here and the air conditioning is set at 70. It's going to take a while to get it down to 70. It's going to burn a lot of battery to go just initially from 89 to 70. So if I'm trying to cool this off to go to sleep or to finish the day, if I'm, let's say, driving to the campground, for the last hour I will turn that down so that the engine is charging the batteries. It's burning up some alternator energy so that when I stop driving and I go to purely battery power, hopefully it's already close to that 70 mark or 72 or something, so it's not trying to cool at 20 degrees. Cooling that 20 degrees purely on battery is going to be very hard on the battery. The other key thing to note, right now it's on cool. Cool means it's just going to run and just burn up battery. Always put it on cool auto so that when it reaches that set point, 70, 72, whatever you have, 76, whatever you had on, it cycles on and off. That alone will extend your runtime considerably. Again, if I'm prepping to go to bed, if I'm running an errand, if I know I'm going to be running it on battery, I will drive around for a bit, crank the cab AC, so the Mercedes air conditioning, get it as cold in here as possible before you stop and rely on power. So the other thing you'll see here, fan speed, it's on low. I always keep it on low. This isn't a very big area. I don't need a ton of fan to get this cold air blowing around. You can hear, let's hear the difference when we switch to high. Hopefully you could hear that it got much more intense. When that's kicking on and off in the middle of the night, I don't want to hear that intensity. So I keep it on low all the time. It seems to work well, and you don't get that extra loud burst when it kicks on in the middle of the night. Right here is the up and down for temperature, 76. If you are trying to cool it down, they say it's best to not go more than 5 degrees at a time. So if it's at 88, I'm going to set it at 83. Another half hour, and I'll come back and check it and slowly work it down so that you're not overworking the air conditioning, icing it up, things like that. So that's pretty much it. Try to be conservative about the power if you're on battery. If you're plugged into shore power, or if you're running the engine and driving, you don't have to worry about the battery so much. The shore power, you can run this thing on full blast all day, every day if you're on shore power at the campground or at somebody's home or whatever. So as long as you're plugged into a 30 amp receptacle. So that's the main thing you want to know about the air conditioning. Before you go to battery power, try to already have it cool in here. Stay parked in the shade, switch it to cool auto, try not to overdo it. That'll really help. And you can always monitor your battery consumption and usage here. Right now we're at 84%. At this rate, it's going to last only 6 hours and 43 minutes. So as it cools down in here, you will get more time in that, because once it hits that cold point, it'll cycle on and off. So any time that it's not running, it's not going to be using some of that 6 hours and 43 minutes of runtime. So that is the key. The less you can run on the battery, the better. So I think that's about it. And then it just toggles on and off there. That's all I got for now. Thank you.